Hi there, my name is the Mighty Giant Dad, and welcome to Elden Ring. This is going to be my submission for PACE Summer 2025. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be beating the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC from a fresh save file, killing the absolute minimum number of enemies and bosses along the way. That number happens to be 7. So without further ado, let us begin. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is unequip my weapon and shield, because I will not be using it at all. We're going to be using a different weapon for the entirety of the game that we just don't have yet. The first 26-ish minutes of this run is mostly just like running around collecting necessary items. But first, a lesson in cliff diving. So that's what you don't want to do. So yeah, that boss fight is a forced loss battle, and the fastest way to get past is to just yeet yourself off that cliff. One thing you'll notice if you actually watch speedruns of this game is runners will quit out whenever they're in like an unskippable animation like that, like opening a door. That's because Elden Ring speedruns are generally timed using in-game time. So quitting out is faster because it saves in-game time. Seeing as this run is being done for a marathon, I think it makes more sense to optimize real time, so you will not see me quitting out to skip animations like that. Though you will see me quitting out for other reasons. Anyway, here's Vare. He has something important to tell us.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
So yeah, it doesn't actually save any time to talk to him. It loses time, in fact. I just wanted to make the joke. I just think it's important to remind yourself, you know. To remind yourself of the truth. Alright, so I'm just running over to get my horse so that I can get to places faster. And now let's talk to Melina, who also has something very important to tell us.
Have they served you? I am afraid. Are maidenless. I can play turning woo to aid you. You need it to the foot. Then summon me. I bequeath. It will summon Torrent. Treat him
Alright, we now have a horse. Okay, so let's talk like long-term goals here. Our first like major objective is that we want to get to Altus Plateau. The reason we need to get to there is because that's where the weapon we're going to be using for this run is. Now, the fastest way to get to Altus Plateau is to get both halves of the Dectus Medallion in order to operate the Grand Lift of Dectus, which will take us right to Altus Plateau. So what we're doing right now is we're headed to the first half of the deck this medallion. And we'll be picking up a few helpful items along the way. Helpful items such as Golden Rune 6. Yeah, so in this run, in this game rather, runes are the main form of currency, and they are also equivalent to EXP. So they're just really just a catch-all number that is useful for just about everything in the game. The main way you get runes is you kill things, which we obviously can't do very much of. So golden runes, which are just consumable runes that you find on the ground, are going to be just indispensable, especially early on in this run. Now those items I just picked up, Sacred Tear, and so Sacred Tear increases the effectiveness of my healing flask, just makes it heal more HP per flask. And the Flask of Wondrous Physic is a really cool item. It lets you mix in different crystal tiers in order to give it different effects. It's basically a temporary buff that you can use once per life. It refills every time you rest at a grace. And we're going to get one of those crystal tiers that we're going to put in the Physic in just a moment here. The Spiked Crack tier. What that does is it increases the damage of my charged heavy attacks. Charged heavy attacks are going to be my main source of damage throughout this run. Try not to wake up this bear. Nope. Alright, we'll grab another item here. The Axe Talisman. And that also raises the attack power of charged heavy attacks. Very convenient that those two things are like right next to each other and so early in the game. Here's a golden seed. That increases the number of flasks that I have. Alright, welcome to Fort Height. This is where we'll get the first half of the Dectus Medallion. And use a Memory of Grace to warp to the last grace that I rested at. Okay. We're going to head to Caelid now. Main reason we're coming to Caelid is because, well, the second half of the Dectus Medallion is here. So we definitely need to come here. And while we're here, we're just going to pick up a couple of useful items. Okay. I stopped there because I've been in that situation before and the dragon has just killed me. And you really don't want to die there. A couple golden runes here. The dragon doesn't actually pose any threat to us right now. He can't actually leave the bridge. But I don't know. For some reason, I always get like high blood pressure during this part of the run. I really wish the boss music would just stop playing. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on! Alright, now Spirit Spring. Whee! Yeah, Spirit Springs are cool. Let you do the big horsey jump. Big fan of it. It's the technical term, the big horsey jump. Alright, welcome to Fort Faroth. Bunch of bats in here that are gonna spit poison at me, and I'm gonna hope that that does not work. See, the safe thing to do would be to grab the grace outside. Okay. And that is both halves of the deck this medallion. Just need to grab one more item in this fort, and then we will be on our merry way. Oh my goodness. That was in a terrible spot, man. But we're fine. No harm done. Extra effective Spirit Springs is that they make it so that falls that would be lethal are not. Blood-curdling scream that you're hearing in the background is the Elder Dragon Grail. She has like an infinite range debuff she's using on me. Alright. Grab this grace, because we'll be coming back here later. And, alright class, it's time to learn how fall damage works in Elden Ring. Ready for this? It doesn't! Yay! Yeah, there's a lot of like sheer cliffs that do make the fall damage system do very, very weird things. Just does not feel good or consistent at all, in my opinion. Sometimes you take fall damage there, sometimes you don't. I didn't that time. I don't really understand why. It's a weird system. And grab this, warp out. Hello. All right. Okay, so now we can start to actually make our way to the Grand Lift of Dectus, and therefore to Altus Plateau. Dude, get up there. one more thing I want to grab here in Limgrave. Is the Strength Not Crystal tier. That crystal tier raises our strength stat by 10 when we use the Wondrous Physic. So we'll be using that and the... Spike Crack tier from before. Alright, we're gonna cross this bridge. It's a shortcut to Liurnia. Going this way skips all of Stormvale Castle. Okay, a little bit sketchy movement here. We're fine. Easy. Alright, welcome to Liurnia. So what we're doing here is we're just trying to make our way to the northern end of Liurnia as quickly as possible. And the fastest way to do that is to use this teleporter. Grabbing this grace because we'll be coming back here later several times. Not to go to Raya Lucaria Academy, surprisingly. We will not be going there at all. Right. Take this opportunity to use some items. Some golden runes. We are going to be buying some things in just a moment. Hello. And what we're buying is somber smithing stones from Blacksmith E.G. here. Alright. Alright, so that's a hint at what weapon we'll be using. It will be a somber upgrade path weapon. This is not surprising. The standard upgrade path really isn't viable even in like normal speedruns, much less so in a speedrun where we don't have access to half of the main game. The way the Somber upgrade path works is you need one of each level of Somber stone, so that's 10 stones in total. I just bought 1, 2, 3. This corpse has 4. And I picked up 5 before in Caelid. And we will be picking up a Somber Stone 6 in just a little bit. And then we will fight our first boss with a +6 weapon. Not bad. Welcome to Bellum Highway. Normally when you run down this road, these trebuchets in the background to start like shooting at you. But if you just stay to the left of the highway, they just don't see you. And don't fire until it's way too late. And we're in, you know. 10 out of 10 security, I have to say. Grabbing this grace because we'll be back here later. And that's the Grand Lift. Alright. We've reached Altus Plateau. It is now time to go get our weapon. Okay, so let me talk about, well, first of all, this Tibia Mariner. This boss is really funny. Wait, he summons the funny giant skeleton man. You'll love to see it. Alright. We're heading into Mount Gelmir now. Oh, another giant skeleton. Very good. Mount Gelmir is definitely like a, you know, late-ish mid-game area. I have not leveled up my character yet. You'll see this sort of like volcanic gas emitting out from the ground. Two things about that. One, the hitbox is much, much bigger than it looks. Two, it will one-shot me. So I do need to be a little bit careful here. Take this opportunity to talk about our choice of weapon for this run. There were a lot of restrictions that we had to deal with. We had to use a somber weapon. We don't have access to the entire second half of the main game. Love watching those guys spawn in there. Very funny. We need a weapon since we don't have access to that many runes without killing anything, we need a weapon that we can wield at or near our character's base stats. We need a weapon that can, beat the DLC, right? And the weapon needs to be fully accessible without killing anything, right? So all of these restrictions really, really eliminate a ton of otherwise really good options. For example, the Bloodhound's Fang is a really fantastic weapon that scales great into endgame, has inherent bleed damage, fantastic moveset, available in the first area, but you have to kill a boss, so it's not available for this run. So I first of all, everybody say hi to the Magmorm. Hi, Mr. Magmorm. He's going for his daily stroll. He won't bother us. So anyway, yeah, the choice of weapon was a really, really difficult decision. I spent a really long time looking at a list of every single weapon in the game, eliminating options, right? But suffice to say, I am very happy on what we landed on. If you haven't figured it out already, I'll reveal it in just a minute here. But before I do that, we need to say hi to Mr. Runebear. Hi, Mr. Runebear! Nice jump, man. 10 out of 10. Really good. What a friendly neighborhood we're in here. Love this place. Such nice people. The horse, please. Ready, let's rest at this grace. Alright, now Melena's going to come in and she's going to take us to the hub world. Round table hold.
There is, but I can take gathering. Very well at my hand.
It would be faster to do this at a point where we actually need something from the round table hold, which we don't right now. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to really find a good time to do it in the route. The solution would be to just not rest at a grace, but we do need to rest at a grace here because we need to upgrade our flask before this next part. Mix the physic, upgraded the flasks, we are good to go. Alright, we are now entering the Gelmir Hero's Grave. Those of you who I've experienced this game mostly through clips and stuff, may recognize this as the place with a lot of lava and the giant horse chariot that kills you instantly. The reason we are here is to get our weapon. The weapon located at the bottom of Gelmir Hero's grave is the Ringed Finger, a giant finger that you smack things with. And it is such a meme weapon, and I am so, so happy that after a long time agonizing over which weapon I was going to pick for this run, the Ringed Finger does seem to actually be optimal. It's just an incredible outcome. I couldn't be happier about it. Alright, anyway, we're going to avoid that chariot and the skeletons. Wait one more cycle here. And the best way to deal with lava in Elden Ring? Just roll through it. You're fine. It's just taking a hot bath, you know? Nothing crazy happening at all. And there we go. All right. There's one more thing we gotta grab from Mount Gelmir. And then we can at last fight our first boss. Okay, gonna try not to alert this wolf to our presence. No, I didn't want to go to Gatefront. I'm bad. I pressed L1 instead of R1. That was really weird. All right. I think I'm missing a golden rune somewhere. That's okay. It's okay. Not a huge deal. Okay. Alright, time to do a little glitch. Going to jump over a death barrier and hopefully land in the Stake of Marika? Good. We did it. Alright, so what I just did was I tricked the game into thinking that I died in Starscourge Radahn's boss arena. And that's going to let us warp to the beginning of the fight. Alright, time for our first boss. Little despawn trick here. Camera was being a little weird. Alright, so if that works, yes, he's going to shoot that arrow to the side. Alright, well, we're going to hope he uses a certain attack here. We did not. Okay. Pretty good damage. huge. GG. There's the ghost. There it is. Okay. That went quite well.
Are you tired? Let's stay anchor until it
Right.
is right across far.
We now need to talk to Enya, the finger reader.
To become let go.
Alright, let's spend those runes. Alrighty, time to join a cult. Alright, here's Vari, the guy who called us maidenless at the beginning.
I doubt the words.
And now he's going to recruit us into the blood cult. Give us the festering bloody finger. Okay, so our first task before we can join the cult is that we need to use the festering bloody finger. Now, that is the multiplayer invasion item. If you were watching the beginning of this video, you know that I do not have a PlayStation Plus, so I do not have access to multiplayer features. Fortunately, From Software decided that you should be able to complete this quest even if you don't have access to online play. So they added in an NPC in Altus Plateau that you can just invade instead. How nice of them. So we're going to go invade that NPC. His name is Magnus the Beastclaw, lovingly referred to as Magnus Carlson. Now there are two ways to complete the quest. One is by killing Magnus, which obviously we are not going to be doing. And the other is to enter and leave the fight 3 times. Now there is an item called the Finger Sever that technically would be the fastest way to do that. Just enter the fight, use the Finger Sever, enter the fight, use the Finger Sever, enter the fight, use the Finger Sever. But that is boring and not fun, so instead I'm going to let Magnus kill me 3 times. And we'll see how creative he gets about it. I just thought it would be funnier if, you know, we all just cheered for this NPC to kill me as quickly as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm about to enter the Magnus fight, and I need everyone to cheer for Magnus. Right? Ready? Here he is. Magnus, 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 Magnus. Nice kill. Let's go, dude. Alright. And like I said, we gotta do that 3 times. Magnus, 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 Magnus. No, no, no. All right, a little bit of a delay there. It's fine. It's fine. We can come up strong on the close. All right, Magnus, come up big for me here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. All right. All right, that was pretty good, pretty good. Showing off some of the bestial incantations there. All right. Overall, very good job, Magnus. Thank you very much for that. What am I doing? All right. Now I gotta go talk to Vari again because, for some reason, dying to that man 3 times moved me on in the application process. Listen, they're really hurting for membership. The blood cult just isn't as popular as it used to be, you know?
You have I wish to knight luminary so. For normally, but since you are maidenless.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to skip that last bit of dialogue. Okay, so basically what's happening right now is he just gave me a piece of cloth, and my task is to soak it in a maiden's blood. But as has been well established at this point, I am maidenless, without maidens, right? So, I mean, kind of in a pickle, right? Like, I mean, how am I going to soak the cloth in a maiden's blood if I don't have any maidens, right? I mean, it's not like I'm just going to find a dead woman sitting in a chair out in the open, right? I mean, that would be unthinkable. By the way, don't mind the giant fiery eyeball in top of the tower that drives you crazy if you look at it. Alright, well, regardless of our dilemma, we can still make progress. So at this point, I'm about to be invaded by Festering Fingerprint Vike. He's going to kill me. There's nothing I can do to prevent that. So what matters is that I go into this church and I do what I need to do before that happens. And, oh my gosh, do you see that on the left? Is that a dead woman in a chair out in the open? Wow, what luck. Incredible. Alright, soak it in her blood, grab the sacred tear, and Vike, kill me. Do it. Yes! He did the cool thing! I'm so happy! Yes! That's the fastest way he can kill you too, and it's so sick. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy about that. Let's go. Alrighty. And with that, we can become an official member of the Blood Cult.
night. Now, this
Alright, so now I have to give him my finger. Enjoy the cinema. He's gonna take it off.
Oh, good heavens. Clench your teeth or something.
Just truly the cutscene of all time.
You have.
Alright, so now he gives me the Pure Blood's Night Medal, and he's very specific, like, don't use it yet, it was not the right time, blah, 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 who the hell cares? There we go. Alright, welcome to Mogwin Dynasty Mausoleum. If you've played Elden Ring before, you know that this is an endgame area. Does my character look endgame viable to you? But I mean, we're just here to pick stuff up, right? Like, surely I'm not going to be killing the boss, right? Surely I am not going to kill the second hardest boss in the main game with this equipment, right? Okay, get around there. Come on. Right, a little serpentine motion here. Okay, grab the grace. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's gonna get me. I know he gave up. He's fine. Alright. 8 plus 5 flasks, and that is it. We are not going to be upgrading the healing flask anymore this run. That is the end. No more golden seeds, no more sacred tears for the rest of the run. What we have is what we got. Okay. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. Alright, we got the Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. That's the only thing that matters. That's basically a Somber Stone 10. That'll upgrade our weapon to plus 10 when we get there. Yeah. It's not a terrible death. It's just... You just run right back to the elevator. And besides, we had some unethically obtained runes that we needed to get rid of anyway. Okay, wish me luck. This boss is hard. It's not the start you want. Weird. What are you doing, man? Damn. Alright, time for phase 2. Now the fight actually starts. Again. I think that's it. GG. Alright. Whew.
As clear as day. The coming of our dynasty.
Alright. Alright, time to enter. No, dude, come on. Time to enter the DLC. Allegations beaten. Alrighty. Welcome to the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. First of all, it's beautiful. I mean, my goodness. Look at this. Gorgeous. Second of all, our first major objective here is that we want to be picking up as many Shadow Tree fragments as possible. Shadow Tree fragments increase your Shadow Tree Blessing, which increases the amount of damage that you deal and also decreases the amount of damage that you take. Both pretty important things. Now, in a normal speedrun, you wouldn't be getting a ton of those, just enough to like make the route viable, right? But it really does save a lot of time to like skip a lot of them. In our case, because we are working with so little, we actually do just need a lot of Shadow Tree fragments. So, like those two that I just picked up, I will be going pretty dang far out of my way to be picking them up. In order for this route to work, I need to be Shadow Tree Blessing level 11 at the end. So I do need to pick up 23 total fragments. Now, it is routed out in such a way that I don't need to go like too far out of my way for any of them. But most of them will just kind of be on the way to things that I'm going to anyway. Yeah. Anyway, here's a nice talisman, the Blade of Mercy. What this does is it increases my attack power by 20% for a short amount of time after I land a critical hit. It is just absolutely invaluable to this run. You saw how many critical hits I was landing on Moog. That is just going to be the general strategy against every single boss, is just spam charged heavy attacks until we get a stance break and then get a crit. So 20% damage bonus every time I do that successfully is pretty dang nice. By the way, you'll notice the giant furnace enemy. We don't want to be engaging too many of those guys. Alright. Alright, here's a Mikola cross. I guess I'll talk briefly about what's happening story-wise here. So Mikola is a demigod in the Lands Between. And he's the person whose arm that I touched in like the giant cocoon to get to the DLC. Basically, he has this whole big plan to to bring about a new age, right? And all these NPCs that are standing around the crosses, those are his followers who came here to the Land of Shadow to help him usher in his new age. Okay, so right here is Castellensis. This is one of the more out-of-the-way Shadow Tree fragments that I'll be getting. I am going to go inside literally just to get the Shadow Tree fragment that's inside. I wouldn't do this if there was a faster fragment to get, but I literally do need it. If you're not familiar with the unrestricted speedrun category, I shouldn't say unrestricted, I should say glitchless speedrun category, to just defeat Consort as quickly as possible, the world record would be finishing up right about now. Oh my goodness. Please get the fragment. Okay, you know what? Just kill me. It's fine. Alrighty. About to do something I'm pretty nervous about. It's a very long drop down a sheer cliff with pretty precise platforming on the way down to not die. This is definitely one of the things that I implemented more recently, so I'm not super duper practiced at it. I certainly hope I get it first try. Okay. Alright, let's go. Okay. Alright, that's the hardest part. Okay. Okay, we did it. Very good, very good. Alright, Alright, so you'll notice that Spirit Spring is sealed by this pile of rocks. So I break it, and now the Spirit Spring works like a charm. Here we go. It's not just any pile of rocks, it's a magical pile of rocks. Alrighty. And with those Spirit Springs, we can skip all the way into Shadow Altus. And grab this grace right here. Alright. I am now going to head into the Ruined Forge of Starfall Past, where I'm going to be able to pick up a Somber Stone 7 and 8. Notice the Ghost Flame Dragon playing with the locals. They're just having a grand old time. You know, we'll leave you to it. Alrighty, my last attempt. This guy over here got me with like a frame-perfect maneuver. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. He did it again. Except it double hit me last time. This hallway is very, very scary. Not because of that, but because of going back. You'll see in a second. Understand 7. Good, okay. If you get hit by the lava spear and the guy slamming the bowl down, it does kill you. Alrighty, so I'm just doing 8, and we're out of here. Huge time save, man. Alrighty. This fragment. Go way over to Morth Runes now. There's this grace. Fragment. Oops. Okay. Alright, this is going to be one of the biggest kind of detours left in the run. There's just way too much that's along this path that's helpful for me to not go down it. First of all, there's a Shadow Tree Fragment. Second of all, there is a Shadow Realm Rune 3, both of which will be helpful. And then if I keep going along this path, eventually there's going to be a talisman called the Two-Handed Sword Talisman, and it says increases your attack power by 15% when you are two-handing your weapon. I'm going to be two-handing my weapon at all times, so just a straight-up 15% attack boost is way too good to pass up. So we will not be passing it up. We sure do love the Golem Archer. Alright, Temple Town Ruins. This is where we've been trying to get to. I have to say, my first playthrough, it took me like an embarrassing amount of time to like solve this puzzle. You have to like get into this building, but like I'm like parkouring on everything and everything everywhere. There's literally just a hole in this wall here. You just run into it, and I felt like a moron when I discovered that. Alright, yeah, there's the second Shadow Tree fragment on this path, by the way. Yeah. And the talisman's right around this corner. Hopefully don't die to this guy first. Okay. Get off the horse, please. Good, kill me. Thank you. Insane, by the way, that I have 45 vigor and this man just 2 hit me. Oh, that's the consequences of Shadow Blessing level 0. Get off the horse. Okay, line up this fall. Okay, should be good. Good. Alright, time for this really long ladder. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Ba-da-ba-ba. Thank you. Alright, time for plot. Ooh, pretty. Somewhere, a great rune has broken, and so too has a powerful charm. Alright, so basically, Miquella's plan is to, like, become God, and to do that he has to, like, totally, like, divest himself of absolutely everything, and that does include his great rune and his like powers as a demigod. This furnace, by the way, is really fun. Shoots 1,000,000 fireballs at me. But they can't catch up to us, so it's fine. So Miquella broke his great rune, and in doing so, the charm that he had placed on all the people, brainwashing them into being his followers, has broken. So they all have very different reactions to that, as we will see. Anyway, where I'm going right now is the Shadowkeep back entrance. I would go in the front entrance because it's faster. However, that does require fighting an extra boss, so it's simply not viable. So we do need to come all the way around back here. Alright. Time to cash in the fragments that we've picked up thus far. If I don't do this, the enemies in Shadowkeep are just going to absolutely decimate my HP bar. This at least gives me a fighting chance to survive. Get up there. Alright. Gotta stay low here. We don't want to be seen by the Fire Knights. Okay, that went pretty well. Alright, this part's a little scary. Okay, quit out. Because this Shadow Tree Fragment is really, really hard to get, especially with enemies attacking me. Okay, that went well. Alrighty, welcome to the secret part of the specimen storehouse. Alrighty, welcome to the normal part of the specimen storehouse. We don't actually need, like, the secret entrance for anything except getting in. Alrighty. Take this path first because there is actually a Somberstone 9 on the way to Ancient Ruins of Rao, which is where we're going next. Just an incredibly convenient feature of the route. It's always a little scary. I hope you're enjoying the horrors beyond comprehension. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, it's not like these people were put inside these jars unwillingly or anything, right? Right? By the way, there's like a rain of lava happening behind me. Courtesy of this guy. Which, honestly, good for him. Kind of badass. I'm into it, you know? That's Somberstone 9. Elevator. Going to be going for a pretty risky maneuver here, so I am going to grab this Grace just in case. This one I am more nervous about than the cliff scaling before, even though technically this is easier. I just have not had a very high success rate with this trick. Damn it! Oh, I thought we had it. I'm gonna go for it one more time, and if I don't get it, then I will just take the long way. I'll just eat the time loss. Got it. Oh my goodness, let's go. Okay, so I think I'm generally too far to the right when I'm failing it. Alright, that's good. Okay, nice. Happy I got that. Alright, time for my favorite furnace. The reason why he's my favorite is because he's firing his laser! Look at that! Alright, gotta be a little bit wary of what he does here. Alright, I believe we're fine. Grabbing this Grace just in case something excessively awful happens. Alright, time for everyone's favorite enemy and everyone's favorite attack. Fortunately, getting off the horse gives you iframes. Because otherwise this would be very difficult to deal with. Oh my goodness. I think I really said I'm gonna be as annoying as possible, huh? Good. Okay, I've named the split Talk to Enya because you talk to Enya. And you definitely never forget to talk to Enya.
Fine, you have it now.
I mean, it's called Talk to Enya. Surely you don't forget to do it. Alright, got the talisman pouch. That's what we needed. I can now have 2 talismans equipped instead of just 1. Isn't that great?
Those are the chaps either well.
Alrighty. And we have a fully upgraded weapon. Back to more throughs. Alright, this will be the last segment of kind of just like running around picking up Shadow Tree fragments in the overworld. After this, from here on out, it's straight up just dungeons and boss fights. That's it. Get up there, come on. No, dude. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna do something pretty funny in this church here. Alright. So we come in here because there's two Shadow Tree fragments right here. But then we get invaded.
Of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
But we're able to leave the church before he even spawns. And there's just no way he's ever catching up to us. Like, we are simply too fast. So I just need to wait for him to despawn, and then I can ride my horse again. Alrighty. Okay, so we need to talk to Hornsent here. I'll talk a little bit about why that is in a minute. Grab this, and back to Storehouse. Okay, so the reason why I had to talk to Hornsent there is because towards the end of this run, there was a required fight against like the NPCs that are like the followers of Mikola. Depending on how you play through their quest lines, you'll have to fight a different number of them. You can have to fight anywhere from 2 to 5. And the way to fight exactly 2, which is obviously optimal, you want to fight as few of them as possible. The way to fight exactly 2 is to do only Hornsent's quest line. So we are doing Hornsent's quest line. Grabbing this race because this next section can be a little bit dicey. Mostly because this guy's a jerk. Okay, that's fine. What the hell was that? Did you see him just like hit that wall for no reason? That was awesome. Alrighty. We have almost reached the end. Just a little stealth section here. Want it? I'm very, very bad at this, but we'll try to make it work. It'll be like almost off the edge. We did it. I think we did it. No, stop. I had to celebrate because I got through the stealth section. Alright, time to find out if we missed any Shadow Tree fragments. Should be 10 right now. Good. Okay. Let's see, equip the talismans. Horn Sense Summon Sign is there. Quit out of this immediately. That's to give us a better spawn location for the start of the fights. And here we go. Please. No, damn it. Okay, it was a quick death. It was a quick death. Yeah, a lot of the delays on Mesmer's attacks are just so weird. Frame trap. Oh my gosh. No way. Oh my gosh, he did the freaking delay. That's so annoying. Okay. Come on, come on, clean it up. I've been so bad at the Mesmer fight lately. Oh, come on. I'm dead. Thank you. Like we were so close to a stance break like 3 times. Man. Good. Okay. Nice combo. Double hit, good. No. Oh, that's so annoying! Oh, that's like the worst thing you can do, man! Come on! Break, thank you. Whew. I would have been dead if that didn't stance break. My favorite attack. No double hit. Okay, this time we got him. No way, that was early. The map.
We meet upon him for sunlight to think he'd beneath himself. Cause yet, the death of best now come in vendless mickle and I.
Alright. Did lose a lot of time there, unfortunately, but not a bad run by any means. Alrighty. Now Romeo. His boss is fun. Let me do the cool thing. Yes! Yeah, you kind of like get caught on her body for that attack. Nice. Oh no. No, I missed. That was good. 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 Okay. Good fight. Good fight. That went really well. Oh, is that the right room to use? I'm not sure. Alright, welcome to the last level, and you're Aleem. Yeah, okay, I guess I use neither. Okay, use neither remembrance there. That's the optimal thing. Right, okay. Do our very, very best to not get killed here. There are parts where that is difficult. Wow. Definitely quit out here. So this guy, there's two of him, and so I run past the first one so that I don't have to deal, and then quit out so I don't have to deal with both at the same time. If both of those guys are attacking you at the same time, these spirals that randomly spawn out of the ground, there's just twice as many of them, and it's just impossible to deal with. That was a particularly lucky pattern, honestly, both of them. Honestly, even one of those guys can be difficult to deal with if you get unlucky. Two is just unreasonable no matter what. Let's rest. Got that. Alrighty. Getting towards the end and getting a little bit nervous. Hit this guy, because otherwise he is like guaranteed to use the worst attack in the game. Okay. I hid in that room because I heard them using the really, really difficult to dodge magic attack, and I just didn't want to deal with it. Costs a few seconds to guarantee not dying. Alright. Let's deal with this guy. Okay. Alright, there is one enemy left that I need to run past. And he is such a problem. He's actually such an enormous problem that I am going to be quitting out twice. And that's not just me being bad. Like, the world record quits out twice for this enemy. No. I actually do not wish to purchase PlayStation Plus at this moment. Okay. Grace. Rest. Thank you. Okay. We made it. Lesson 11. Allocate my flasks differently. We'll see why in just a moment. Alright. There she is, Needle Knight Leda. She has a speech here, and it is actually so damn long and unskippable that it is literally faster to run outside of like her dialogue trigger and then run all the way back. It skips her speech if you do that. And it's literally faster than just listening to the speech. Extremely funny that that is the case. Okay, we're going to summon this guy to help us during this fight. And now, for the most RNG part of the run. An hour and 40 minutes in, you know? Alright. So what's going to happen here is Dryleaf Dane is going to be spawned first. I need to kill him before Leda gets to me and starts attacking. So we need to pray for passive Leda RNG. Because when Leda spawns in, she can choose to be either like super aggro or super passive. I really want you to be going that way. Okay, don't do that. That was a combination of bad positioning and slightly aggressive Leda. That is unfortunate. The fight is not lost. It's just now not nearly as consistent. Oh my goodness. Wow. Really? Wow. Yep, we're dead. Damn it! Dude, he is destroying Leda. My goodness. That was going to be Yeah, that was just... I mean, that was kind of my fault. Like, if Dane had been in the right position, that would have worked. But he just wasn't... He just kind of got stuck in that corner. A little unfortunate.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight Leda and Dryleaf Dane will never allow this.
Stuck in the corner this time, that's good. Okay. No. Okay. Alright. Dane being dead is huge. Alright, very good. Yes, fight in the time. That was ridiculous. Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely save the other. Forgot to split. All right. All right, so now all we have to do The run's basically over. All we have to do now is kill the hardest video game boss ever made. Should be easy. Okay, for some reason I thought that level mattered. I need to allocate my flasks. No. Bro. Flubbing the menuing so hard right now. Alright, here we go. Such a big critical. Oh, that was done. That's crazy. Ah, terrible death. What an awful death. Okay. I think that it is better for me to have the Axe Talisman. I think I played that correctly. right, time is coming up on skipping the memory. And time. Oh my goodness. These splits are not real, by the way. That like what I just did was actually a PB by several minutes. Yeah, wow. Other than Mesmer, that really went incredibly well. That I'm very, very happy with that. Very, very comfortable submitting that. Yeah. Overall, I think the run idea is really cool. Even just because it sounds cool. I mean, like beating Elden Ring DLC from a fresh save file with the minimum number of kills. This is a really fun like routing challenge for me. Happy to have gotten the run as clean as it is. Obviously, it can always be better. Gameplay can be improved. I can be more consistent at bosses. But I do think that a sub 2 hour run would be a cool thing to see on stage at pace. Shadow of the Erdtree is a really popular game right now. I really, really do hope you'll consider this submission. I'm very, very excited to potentially play this. Thank you so much for your consideration. And I will catch you at pace regardless. Thank you very much.